Hey everybody, Mark from Northeast Bass Fishing. I want to just show you guys these couple of clips here that I spliced together of a couple of fish I got last week. I went out, it was the one so-called warm day I was supposed to get last week, and it wasn't bad, but the wind was just terrible. Right here it's not that bad, but it really picked up in the afternoon as storms were approaching. So I just got out for a few hours, got a couple of bass, and I just thought I'd show them to you fast. This was the best fish, this largemouth, and that was on, you can see that's that Wicked Weights underspin with that Kitech 4.8. Here's the back view of that. And I had fished for about, I'd say, an hour at this point and had nothing going on, so I was thinking it was going to be one of those full days where it just wasn't going to happen. But I was fortunate enough to get a couple bites, and that was a decent largie. And as you can see right there, the lake is not too bad, but it just kept getting worse and worse. And this, I guess you would call this the east side of the lake, was somewhat fishable. There's that underspin and that Kitech, and then it turned into this. So I was coming up to what you would say was the west bank of the lake, and it was just, it was getting worse and worse and worse. And, if they were eating a spinnerbait, it would have been great, but they were not. So, it was just coming down, and I was in my little boat. If I was in the Skeeter, it probably would have been a little more manageable. But, I'm in my, my reservoir electric boat, and I decided I was going to go back to the other side of the lake. I went up this side just a little bit, just what the heck with it. I'm going back over to the other side. At least there I can kind of fish. And I knew I probably had to drag like, a hair jig around or a net or something or a tube, and then I got the other side. You can see the other side of the lake is not so bad. So this was my second fish. I just started throwing one of the Somatis baits hollow tip worms around, and I got a smallie. Not a huge one, maybe a 13, 14 incher, but at least I got a bite. But it was just getting worse, and you can see those clouds are starting to get a little darker. So I kind of, just worked up this bank, fishing where I could. It wasn't as bumpy on this side of the lake, and I just worked up to the ramp and called it a day because you could see the rain was coming, and after getting blown around for 4 hours, I didn't feel like getting rained on either, and it did actually start to rain just as I pulled the boat out. So I just thought I'd share these clips with you instead of just delete them. A couple fish, that swim bait, that Kitech on that underspin from Wicked Weights has been great lately, and that hollow tip worm, Somatis baits, hollow tip worm on a Ned head. That's just a great bait. Just a great bait. If I could have worked that more, I'm sure I could have got some more fish. So, just a couple fish on a windy day. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Check out Somatis baits. Check out Wicked Weights. And I'll see you guys soon on YouTube. Mark out.